Hi, and welcome to today's edition of Kitchen Chemistry. I'm Julie, an educator with the New Mexico Museum of Space History, and today we're going to be talking about secret messages. I've seen a couple movies lately that had to do with secret messages, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun while we're at home during this quarantine time if we could write some secret messages and send them to our friends and they could decode them? Well, I'm going to teach you how to do that with just a few things that you have in your kitchen. You're going to need some baking soda. You're going to need some blueberries. I use the frozen ones just so that I can get the juice. You're going to need some lemons, some lemon juice, some cotton swabs, maybe a wooden skewer. You're going to need some paper to write your secret message on, and you're going to need a candle. Now be very careful when you're using an open flame that you always have adult supervision with this one. All right, go get your materials and come right back and join me here in just a few minutes. So today I'm going to teach you how to do secret messages two different ways. And it all has to do with chemistry. The first one we're going to do is we're going to write our secret message using lemon juice. So what you need to do is you need to get a cotton swab or a wooden skewer. You're going to take your lemon juice. Of course, I used half of this lemon and just squeezed it in here to get the lemon juice. And then I'm going to get the wooden skewer nice and wet, and I'm going to write my secret message. And then if you want a quicker way, but maybe a bigger way to write with, use the cotton swab. And then all you need to do is just set that aside and let it dry. That's it, pretty easy. Lemon juice, write on your paper and let it dry. Now the second thing that we're going to use is, I'll put that over there, is we're going to use baking soda to write a secret message. What I did was I used about a teaspoon of baking soda and about a teaspoon of water. And I put it in here and I mixed it up really, really well. Now, you're not gonna dissolve all of that baking soda into the liquid. Some of it's gonna stay at the bottom, but give it a quick stir and then take a cotton swab. This one doesn't really work as well with a wooden skewer. Take your cotton swab and kind of mix it in that mixture and write your message. Make sure you use lots of the mixture. It's going to dry. They're not going to ever see it. Okay, that's it. Just let that dry. And when we come back, I'm going to bring you in for a close-up on how to decode these.
When you want to decode the lemon juice secret message, get an adult to help you carefully hold the paper about 1 inch above the flame and slowly move the paper back and forth until the lemon juice turns brown and reveals your message. You can see that it takes a while, and you have to be careful not to get the paper too close to the flame or the paper will just burn up. That happened to me on my first couple of attempts. But where is the chemistry? Why does the lemon juice turn brown and the paper does not? Well, it all has to do with the carbon and the sugar that is in the lemon juice. Yes, I know that the lemon doesn't taste sweet, but it really does have sugar just like all fruit does. It also has carbon. Carbon is the chemical element that is in all living things. You, your dog, that cheeseburger you ate has carbon, and even the lemon and the paper you wrote your secret message on all have carbon. The carbon and the sugar in the lemon juice turn brown before the paper because of a thing called a Maillard reaction. The reaction happens when the heat from the candle begins to caramelize the sugar from the lemon juice. It turns the lemon juice brown. This happens at a much lower temperature than the burning of the paper. Be patient. It will take a little while, but it's worth it. And it's super fun to see the message revealed. Can you see my secret? Yes, we love chemistry. To decode the baking soda message, you must first have some blueberry juice. I took a handful of frozen blueberries and 1 tablespoon of water and put it in the microwave for 1 minute. This caused the blueberries to give off a thick juice. That's what we need to reveal the message. Take your cotton swabs and dip them into the juice and then lightly brush the juice over the paper. It will soon reveal a darker blue color of the message. Well, it's hard to see, but the secret message is there. So what's the chemistry happening here? Well, it all goes back to acids and bases. Baking soda is a base. Blueberry juice is sour, so it's an acid. Because the juice is more acidic and the baking soda is less basic, the juice reacts and changes the color of the baking soda. Can you see my message? It's hard to see, but it's there. We love science. Now granted, the lemon juice worked much better than the baking soda and the blueberries, but both are still fun to try out.
Thanks for joining me again for another edition of Kitchen Chemistry. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we're always adding new information and new projects. And don't forget, stay home, stay safe, and keep looking up.